There he is.
Hey, I think I'm.
Flip K6WM be serving as net control tonight, and we're sitting here monitoring. If anybody needs it early, come down and let me know. K6WM.
Whoa. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how to get my video to work. So.
KB68. How you doing, Flip?
Pretty good, Jeff. Hope you're not asking for it early tonight.
No early. Just getting on, just getting everything set up.
I know, I just tease it. I just kid. How's everything working with the rig? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, no problems. Everything's going good with the amp, and yeah, real good.
Yeah, it's good. It's fun to try to work some stuff. I spent most of the day on 17 today, rag chewing. It was kind of nice.
Yeah, I didn't get on at all today. Our microwave went out. And so we spent most of the day going to Home Depot and getting it back here. And then neighbor down the street helped us put it, get the old one out and put the new one up. And after that, taking a walk and taking a nap.
Find the right plug.
Yep, been there, done that. And you know what, Jeff? There's no such thing as a simple project.
Yeah, there we go.
No, we ran into a problem
Of course.
with the event going up from the microwave up to the roof, and it had to be, so we had to drop the microwave down again a little bit to get the vent fit in, and it was a hassle, but boy, you don't realize how much you use a microwave until you don't have it.
So true.
That's a true statement, all the way from cooking, warm up, everything. And you know, I'm still trying to convince Patty to get rid of the smoke alarm for her way she cooks.
Uh-oh.
Is that right? Yeah, we had a friend that he was a communications operator I worked with on Canton Island, and he transferred up to Conway Marine Corps Station, and then I transferred up there, and then I lost track of him. And years later, I got in touch with him. I found him through the LA Times. There's an article, and it turned out he was one of the 4 assistant chiefs down there at the border, San Ysidro, and went down to visit him. And his wife was Mexican. He had met her in Guaymas when he had left Conioy, and Bendix had a site there in Guaymas where the capsule would come over, and she would cook, and my God, the kitchen would just fill up with smoke. I mean, all the lard and everything that she would heat up on the stove.
Lard.
Yeah.
Oops.
Things have changed in the cooking world, there's no doubt about it. But yeah, I'll tell you what, the microwave's really a neat tool.
Yep, sure is. Well, I'll let you get back, see if anybody wants to check in early, and we'll catch you in a few minutes, Flip. So, K6WM, KB6CA.
Hey, Jeff, K6WM, be monitored.
Well, good evening, Flipper. It's K6WM. It's K6RJA. I have a request from the next fearless leader.
You might be on the wrong frequency.
Oh.
Or maybe the wrong microphone.
K6WM.
There we go. Now I hear you.
Hey, Flipper, I have a request from an ex-fearless leader.
Oh, cool. Go ahead, Randy.
Sam would like to get checked in across the board tonight. He's got some company over, and he ain't going to be able to make it.
That's no excuse.
Wow, okay, thanks for the info, and I'll just write that down here. Let me see, early across the board, that's what I'm doing. And by the way, Randy, since you were so helpful getting Sam's information across, Would you be interested or volunteer for 220 tonight?
Dang, I knew I should have kept my mouth shut. Yeah, no problem, Flip. I'll do it. But that was KI6NME, in case you were wondering.
There's only one Sam on there.
I know Sam's call letters, but I'm sorry, Randy. But, you know, I got to grab it when I can get it.
Oh, there's a sucker born every minute there, Flip.
Sometimes I think I'm one of them.
Be sure you did. All right, no problem. I'll handle it. Do you have somebody for 440? I hope.
I was going to put it out for volunteers once we get going here. So yeah, but if you do 220, that's super. Thank you, Randy.
Not a problem. I got it covered, Flip.
Anybody else monitoring who might want to do 440 tonight?
I'm not there.
Well, I want to do 440, but I'd like it early, Flip. KE6MAE.
You want it
Larry.
across the board, or are you going to check in on 2 also?
I'll do it across the board except for the HF. The 440, the 220 of this one here. I'd appreciate it, Flip. Thank you much. KE6MAE.
Very good. We'll do it. We'll absolutely do it, Larry. No problem. I'll give you early across the board.
Not HF. I think he's still a tech. Oh, I got to turn you guys back up. All right.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. Well, I just turned you back up, so that was good timing.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, Dave, I got the volume working again, and don't ask me what I did.
Good.
I got into the control panel and was hoping I could find something, and then somewhere along the line, a computer thing came up and said, "Do you want to download drivers or something?"
Yeah.
And it wasn't something that was oddball, and it sounded good, so I went ahead and did it. After that, instead of just having codec showing up, I had all 4 of them showing up. So something was discombobulated there.
Yeah, it lost the driver somehow, maybe during the update.
Yeah, that big update that they had.
Yeah, they may have required new drivers. Sometimes they do that.
Oh.
So they disqualify the ones you had, and they expect, the other ones have to be installed. And that's another Windows update usually.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Hi, John.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, John.
Well, howdy do, John.
We got 4. That's better. 4's better.
It makes the screen even, you know.
Exactly.
Okay, 6
Right, it's
WL
balanced.
will be net control tonight in about 5 minutes. And if anybody monitoring, we need like to have volunteers to do the 440 net tonight. Anybody around listening?
He's out fishing.
I can't do it because my radio sucks. Somebody else will volunteer.
Hey, Flipper, if nobody else, if you can't draw anybody else into it, I'll be happy to do it.
You'll do both? Oh, you're a giver, Randy.
And you're a gentleman and a scholar, and just a heck of a nice guy. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Randy.
Didn't say I was the sharpest tool in the shed.
Volunteerism.
That's right. Least I can
Good
do.
thing. It's a good thing.
Gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling.
So Georgie helped you install that microwave, huh, Jeff?
Yeah. Poor guy. He just wasn't feeling all that great.
Wasn't he? Okay.
When I yesterday.
Oh, that thing's annoying, isn't it? The idea.
And a medical procedure.
Oh,
I thought was going to be okay today, and he was kind of hurting, and he's not in great physical shape. He's
I know.
yeah.
Kind of old.
We got it up there. God damn, those things are heavy.
Yeah.
Last couple of times I just paid for them to install it.
Well, they weren't going to be able to install it until January 1st.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, because of the virus.
You know what? You know why?
Yeah.
They got people moving in Beaumont probably and banning both. All those new homes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of them are going to want new stuff, installed.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
So I read that it was all those helicopters were about a small fire just a little bit east of Banning.
Yeah. I was watching them.
I didn't know what it was. It kind of freaked me out at first. I didn't see any smoke, but and nobody could know. Like Sam didn't know what was going on. He had reports of a lot of a lot of sirens and fire trucks rolling.
It was
But,
interesting.
I heard them today, or this afternoon around 1 o'clock, somewhere.
That was yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, yesterday. Today
Yeah.
I heard sirens like crazy around 1 o'clock.
Oh,
1:30.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I read about it. Maybe it wasn't even yet. It might have been the day before yesterday. It was about the time is.
Yeah, that fire was in that same general area. You know, Dave, where you're looking out our backyard
Yeah.
to the southeast,
Mm-hmm.
to the there's kind of a canyon there between those hills. Was someplace in there.
Somebody was
There,
probably
dump their
shooting.
water, and then they turn around and come back right over in front of our house.
I saw it on the patch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I can
Sounds
find
like
it again.
somebody was shooting in the canyon.
Could have been.
Well, I mean, it could be. I'm just guessing.
Boy, I tell you, too much junk on here. Can't find anything.
Are you talking about your computer?
No, the patch.
Oh.
Oh, my computer problem last week was such a freaky thing. I still can't even believe what it was doing.
Huh.
It wasn't my computer. I rebooted it several times, but I had mapped a drive to a network connection, to a network share, and that network share was not working right. And so every time Windows does this, every time it refreshes the drives, it's just like it does it all the time for no reason. It'll just refresh. It wants to refresh all the drives. Every time it does that, or the first time it does that, it's stuck. It just got stuck, and everything would stop working. It was really, really freaky. I still think that's a problem with Windows 10, but I went to the system and I looked at it. That had the share, and I looked at that, and it looked fine. But I just rebooted it, and everything after that it was fine. Everything was great.
I told Randy just before I checked in here, when I got to your the screen where you click on the log, computer completely froze. Mouse, nothing. I couldn't do anything. I waited for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Finally, had to just shut the whole system down.
Yeah.
Bring it back up again, and then it was fine. But hadn't done anything all afternoon.
Yeah, sometimes they get shocked, or I don't know what happens. These things sometimes are kind of sensitive. Yours seems kind of sensitive. I don't know why.
I think Windows 10 sucks.
It is partially that. I'll tell you that I certainly won't be mapping drives. I can't even remember why I did that. It was something that didn't need to be persistent anyway. But I just left it be that way, and it's like didn't even remember what was happening until I saw what was going on. I'm like, what's it doing? Oh man, I see what it's doing now. It was stuck. So anyway, yeah, it was a strange one. I kept trying to blame it on my computer. I feel bad now.
Sure, why
There's
not?
nothing wrong with my computer at all. It's just Windows 10 and that stupid server that was kind of halfway working or something. I don't know.
Well, every time Windows 10 updates, it screws my drivers up and things stop
Good
working.
evening, members.
Uh-oh, here we go.
The San Gorgonio Pass Amateur Radio Club.
I'll meet you guys.
This is Flip K6WM, and I'll be working as net control this evening from my home here in Sun Lakes, Banning. Although this is a directed
Seems
net,
to be working.
any stations with emergency traffic may break in at any time. This is an amateur radio informational net for SPARC for the San Gorgonio Pass cities and towns of Banning, Beaumont, and surrounding communities. For information on the times and frequencies of our weekly nets, please go to w6prc.org. Visitors are welcome and encouraged to check into the net after the regular roll call. Now for the announcements. Only one announcement that I have here, and Randy's doing the 220 tonight. Are there any announcements at this time? One more time, any more announcements? Anybody have any announcements at this time? Please come now. Nothing heard. Please stand by for the 2-meter roll call. If net control doesn't respond to a reply, a relay is appreciated. Starting from the top, N6AGB. Joe, are you around?
Good evening. Joe, N6AGB, Kaipa.
Very good. Nice signal, Joe, and thanks for checking in. How about Mike, KK6BUW? You around, Mike?
This is KK6BUW, Mike. I just want to know early on 440. I'll be back for 220. Back to you, Flip.
A little scratchy there. Say that again. You want an early on 440?
I want an early on 440. I'll be back at 220.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Mike. Thanks for checking in. KF6BWH. Dick, are you around? Nothing heard. How about Jeff, KB6CA? You around, Jeff?
Hi, Flip. Yeah, thanks for doing the 2 meters. And this is Jeff, Kilo Bravo 6 Charlie Alpha.
Very good. Thanks for checking in, Jeff. Very good. How about Ed, W6EJM? You around, Ed? Nothing heard. Gene, K6EMF. How about it, Gene? You in? Nothing heard. Edie, KN6EMT. How about Joe, KK6FYE? Are you around, Joe? Nothing heard. How about George, W6GRH? Nothing heard. How about Ken, N6HR?
Good evening to the net, N6HR, Desert Hot Springs, no traffic.
Very good. Nice signal, Ken. Thanks for checking in. We appreciate it. How about Steve, NJ6LN? I'm still trying to get the phonetics for that one right.
It could be November Juliet 6, you know the other one, the euphemism. Anyway, Flip, I got a laugh about you and your wife and the smoke alarm. And thanks for calling the net.
Thanks, Steve. You know, I've used that for many years, and she still doesn't get the clue.
Hey, no problem. Just keep eating. Just as long as she's cooking for you, that's great.
That's all that counts. Thank you, Steve. How about Dwight, KD6 MLS? Are you around? Nothing heard. And Larry had an early, and so did Sam has an early. So we go down to Pete, KJ6NRR. You around, Pete?
Sure am. Good evening, Flip. This is Pete, KJ6NRR. No traffic. Back to you.
Thank you, Pete. Thanks for checking in. Very good. Nice sounding signal. How about Dave, WB6OUJ? And nothing heard. How about John, post office guy, KF6POG? Are you around, John?
Yes, sir. This is John, KF6POG, and I have no traffic, sir.
Megan.
Thank you, John. Thanks for checking in. We appreciate
DJ.
it. How about Ron, KA6QGR? You around, Ron? And I know this gentleman's around. Randy, you're up. K6RJA.
Oh, howdy do, Flip in the net. This is Randy, K6RJA. Well, a little bit of traffic. We do got that Zoom meeting going on. I forgot to mention that a little earlier. So back to net control.
I wouldn't have
Thank you,
thought
Randy.
of that.
Thanks for bringing it up. The Zoom meeting is online right now. Check your emails to find out what the URL is and so forth. So very good, Randy. Thank you. Appreciate that. How about Michael, KM6RRS? You around, Michael?
This is KM6RRS, Michael here in Sun Lakes. Thanks for doing the net, bub. Back to you.
Yeah, very good, Michael. Thanks for checking in. Nice signal. Of course, you should be here in my backyard here. How about Ron, KG6SOI? You around, Ron?
Evening, Flip and Annette. This is Ron, KG6SOI with no traffic.
Well, thanks for checking in, Ron. Very nice. How about Earl, KM6SPY? You around? Nothing heard. How about Mike, WA6UIJ, also in my backyard?
Good evening, Flip, and the rest of the net. Thanks for doing the net this evening. This is Mike, WA6UIJ. No traffic, back to net control.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks for checking in. Very nice. How about DJ, KJ6UUS?
This is DJ, KJ6UUS with no traffic.
DJ, nice signal as usual. How about Ed, KM6UWI? You around, Ed?
Yes, I am, Flip. Good evening to you and the rest of the group. KM6UWI, Ed in Calamasa. Back to net control.
Thanks, Ed. Thanks for checking in. Very nice signal. Very good. How about Tina, WA6WFV? Are you around, Tina?
No. Where's Tina?
Thing heard. How about Flip, K6WM? Oh, that's me. I'll check myself in. That's easy to do. How about Scott, KI6WOD? My eyes are failing me. Nothing heard. How about Dave, KD6ZJZ? I know he's around.
Yes, I'm here. Hello, Flip, and hello to the group. This is Dave, KD6ZJZ, and no additional traffic.
Thank you, Dave. Very good. Sounding good as usual. This completes the 2-meter roll call. Are there any late or missed members wishing to check in at this time? Give me your call sign, please. Relay. What was that again? I barely got it.
Double. It's a double.
Warren in there, NF6C.
A double.
Was that Warren, NF6, Charlie?
That's the Roger.
Very good, Warren. We got you. Any other missed or late members check in now?
Boy.
Kilowatt 6, Echo Mike Foxtrot.
Oh, yeah. Did you forget to call somebody?
Oh, very good, Gene. He got you this time. We got you in there. How about, very good. Thanks for checking in and good sounding signal. Any other missed or late check-ins? Please come now.
KD6 MLS.
Wait. We might have had a triple before.
KD6MLS. Well, very good. What was the name there? I should know that, but I don't.
Dwight.
It's KD6 MLS Dwight. No traffic.
Oh, yeah, there's on the list. All I got to do is look for it. Okay, Dwight, thanks for checking in. Thanks. Really nice signal. It's very good. Any other missed or late members? Check in now, please.
Get a quickie real quick, EMF.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Jim.
if anybody's interested in a trivia net, other than the one I do on Friday on Keller, there's one tonight on the Clara machine, 145220. Don't know the particulars.
I've got that on my radio.
What it takes to get there. But yeah, anybody wants to do some trivia tonight, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock on the Clara machine.
I've got that in my radio.
EMF 73.
I might check that out.
Hey, very good. Very good, Gene. Thanks for the info. We'll repeat that a little bit later. Are there any visitors who'd like to check into the net at this time? Come now.
W6JET.
Give me it phonetically.
Whiskey 6 Juliet Echo Tango.
Okay, W6JET. Sorry, I'm not familiar with you. What's the name there?
The name here is Rob. I'm out here in Temple City just listening in.
Temple City.
Very good, Rob. Thanks to your almost full quieting, about a 9 on a scale of 10. But the signal sounds good. Thanks for checking in. We appreciate it. Any other New people
Temple
like to
City,
check
that's
in,
out
come
there
now.
by Pasadena.
W6OH, Mario and Hammett.
Getting to you, Mario, but thanks. You're getting ahead of me there, but that's okay. Thanks for checking in, Mario. It's a very nice signal.
You should have asked for him before already.
KI680Q, are you around, Ed?
KI680Q, evening Flip.
Yeah, good evening, Ed. Nice sounding signal. Thanks for checking in. Very cool. Okay, are there any other visitors who'd like to check in at this time? Come now. Well, does anyone have, let me see, that completes the 2-meter roll call. Are there any late misses? We already did that. Are there any visitors? We already did that. And does anybody have any further traffic at this time? Nothing heard. To repeat the announcements, Randy's picking up the 220 tonight. And, let's see.
Also the 440.
Volunteer to do 440. Are there any volunteers to kind of pick up the 440 net tonight?
That's right. He was going to, if he could fight it
This is
out.
Mike,
There we go.
W6UIJ. I can pick up 440 if you'd like.
Actually, Mike, I would love that. Thank you very much. I'll make that note here that Mike's doing the 440 tonight. That's at 1900, right?
Yep.
Affirmative, it is.
Okay, very good. No further traffic. The San Gorgonio Pass Amateur Radio Club meets at 7 p.m. on the 4th Thursday of each month at the Beaumont City Hall, Room 2, except now with all the COVID stuff, we're doing online with Zoom. So please check the website for the time and place and so forth to get on Zoom. All members are urged to check in each week for an update of club activities. Please check your emails and visit our website at w6prc.org. Thanks to all who checked in this evening. This is Flip, K6WM. Please stand by for the informal 440 simplex net on 447.080 at 1900 hours. The 2-meter net is now closed at 1842, I believe, 1842 hours. Good evening to all. K6 Monday.
Yeah, I turned everybody back up. Oh. Okay. Hey, DJ. You're not actually out in the woods, though, are you?
I wish I was.
You got Bambi in the back.
Bambi's all grown up.
Boy, howdy.
Boy, my computer froze on me again for about 3 minutes. I couldn't get back to the screen here.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. It's I know the other day it was the cloud. It was took about 17 minutes to bring everything up.
Oh.
Yeah.
The cloud. Oh, you mean the your OneDrive?
OneDrive, yeah.
That's weird.
You use that?
Yeah, he does.
Does any of you guys use that Linux system?
Linux? Yeah, I use Linux.
Does any of the Windows-based programs run on that?
It does if you use something called Wine, which is a Windows emulator, but it's not easy. I wouldn't. You can't reliably run Windows programs. That's the main negative about Linux.
Yeah.
Actually, I like it if you don't have anything special to run. You can run like Chrome. You can install a lot of programs for free, and it's a great web browser, and it works great. Most things makes an old computer work like a new computer. That's the main. Like if you have an old laptop that's just kind of crappy on Windows 10, but it worked pretty good on Windows 7. If you load Linux, you'll go, wow, it's even faster than Windows 7. It just runs great on most hardware. Yeah, almost everything really, especially the older stuff. I'm pretty much a proponent. But yeah, there are limitations, and one of them is it does not really natively run Windows programs, and you have to go through lots of hoops to make it work. I wouldn't recommend it.
Can you load both the operating systems on the same system?
Yes, you could dual boot. Yeah.
The only Windows program I got.
The other thing you can do is you can emulate Windows under Linux, and you can emulate Linux under Windows. So you could run both of them that way too. You know, if your computer has enough hardware. If you have like at least a 4-core computer with at least 8 gigs of RAM, it would be easy to install Linux on Windows using like something like VirtualBox, which is a program that allows you to emulate another computer on your computer. And then you install Linux on VirtualBox, and then you have both at the same time. You can run Linux and Windows simultaneously. Same the other way around. You could load Linux, load VirtualBox on Linux, and then install Windows on VirtualBox. I've done that too, and that works as well. So and that's probably the best way to run Windows on Linux, to be honest. You still have to have a licensed version of Windows. So you have to pay that license fee again if you're running it on top of VirtualBox and Linux, because it'll know it's not the same installation. So there's that. And you can also run it without licensing it. A lot of people do that. Apparently it works fine, mostly.
I got an old Microsoft Office program that I run 2003 Office.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't updated it because I'm not going to pay for the $395 every year. But I've got a new computer coming, and when it gets here and I get everything transferred over, well, I'm going to try the old computer and try that Linux.
Emulate. Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds complicated for my feeble brain, but I'll work with it.
You know, it's easier than Windows to set up, to be honest. It's really easy to set up. They made it that way, but on the other hand, it's maybe not as intuitive as far as using it. There are maybe some hurdles there, but it's not bad. It's pretty similar. It's more like using a Mac than using Windows.
Is the Linux operating system freeware, or is there a fee for that?
It's open source, which is essentially freeware. Yeah, there's no fee for it. You can get it for free. You can pay for it too. They sell licensed copies, but there's no license in reality. You can install. Just download and install it. So it's called open source, and there are just like 50 different versions. When you say Linux, it's kind of like saying, I don't know, it's like saying a car versus a Ford or a Chevy, because you have Debian and you have Fordura and you have all these different kinds of Linux, and they all look different. They all slightly different interface. They have these different shells, they call them, that you can run that are just look and feel of the program.
From what I've told you about what I'm doing, what basic Linux program would you recommend?
What kind of computer is it? A new computer?
I got a Toshiba satellite.
Satellite? Yeah. Probably, I would say, what's that? I'm trying to remember what it's called. MX Linux. It's just MX. MX Linux, yeah. It's a great all-around build, actually. And it's most close to Windows I could think of, really.
Randy, you're being called by Mike UIJ on SPARC 4.
On SPARC 4?
SPARC 4. I heard him, too.
Oh, I had it turned down.
No, now he's calling Pete. He's just trying to test his radio, probably.
K6RJA. I do have a copy of it.
Woo.
Okay, Randy, just wanted to get a radio check here real quick. So, just wanted to be sure.
I had a feeling.
Doing okay there. Thank you. We'll catch you down here in about 10 minutes. K6RJA, WA6UIJ.
Alrighty, Mike. You got a great signal coming in here, so I'll be standing by, K6RJA. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I had the radio turned down, so I didn't hear him. bad net control operators.
We'll forgive you. You can deduct the points later.
Well, points, they come and go.
That's right. I'm getting blasted by Twitter or YouTube or somebody. Useless messages I don't need right now.
Yes. I hate notifications.
Yeah, I used to. Now that I'm not working so much, it doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah, because they don't apply, right?
Yeah, I used to. I had this work cell phone, it would go off, and I was like, oh, God. Or my pager would go off, and it was even before that. We had pagers, of course. And it was just like a sinking feeling because I had that, I had to take the call even if it was like 10 o'clock at night. It sucked. I hated that. With a passion. But I did make a lot of money then. Because I got paid overtime and kinds of things. All those expenses paid for.
Who did you work for, Dave?
I worked for a place called Business Information Systems Sales back in the 90s and up to about 2001. And I did for a long time. I did strictly customer service. I started there doing customer service, but I kind of moved in. I was mostly hardware, but I kind of moved into doing software and Microsoft support. So I still did a lot of driving and stuff, but it was less tedious, and I wasn't on call. That being on call thing sucked. I only had to work during the regular hours of the day. And so it was a lot easier for me. I didn't get paid as well, because then, of course, they made me a salaried person. But that was okay.
Boy, someone's really screwing up my computer. Man, I'll tell you. It froze for another couple minutes, and then it opened up again, and now I'm frozen again.
I can hear you, and it seems to be recording you.
I see you, and you're moving.
It must be it's probably the video drivers. There might be something wrong with your video card, Jeff.
Huh.
I've got all kinds of spare parts. I've got another computer I can rape from. We'll rebuild it if we have to.
Make it better.
Make it better and stronger. I think I've got a 6-core CPU on this other motherboard.
Yeah, it's frozen again. God damn.
Yeah, it sounds like the driver on the video.
But the weird thing is that your video's coming through just perfectly.
Yeah, it's working great.
So
now it's working again.
I think it's It's probably the video driver. I could probably help you with that over without even
The
coming over.
computer's working great, Jeff. It's just you that screwed up.
Yeah, it's your imagination. Don't believe your lying eyes.
No, I think John's right.
Don't believe your lying eyes. Okay.
God.
Just forget about it.
Oh boy.
Maybe it'll go away.
Right. Flick your heels together 3 times. See if that helps.
Pick my heels. Well, I got slippers on right now. I don't know if that worked good or not.
Yeah, it might not work then.
Yeah.
If that desktop dies on you, it's not going to cost you. Don't worry about it. I'll warranty it. I've got, like I said, I got a computer full of extra parts.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I was just I have a nephew that works for IBM, and he spent his whole life working from home.
That's nice.
And then they have a contract with PGA, and so whenever they have a tournament, they pack him up and ship him out there to set up everything. And
nice.
Well, he don't think so.
I don't know. IBM is one of those companies that's supposed to really treat their people well. I've heard.
Well, they, he seems to be doing quite well, and he's out in Tucson.
Right.
But like he says, most of the people that he has worked with forever are long gone from there.
Yeah.
So he goes, his days are probably numbered.
Believe me, if you work for a tech company and you work there more than like 10 years, you're doing really well. I mean, most of the time they don't want people. They want new blood all the time. especially companies that are, coding, making software or even hardware, architects and stuff. They just want to bring in new blood all the time. So.
Yeah, from India.
Wherever they can get the talent.
But anyhow, he's getting up in age now too. He's been whipping for a long time, and mostly he did troubleshooting and stuff, for their software.
Yeah.
Well, Dave, recognize this.
Oh yeah, you got the big one there. Is that what you ate dinner out of?
Oh, that's the two that you gave me years ago.
I know. I remember. I bought those on the company store, and I wasn't being very careful. I thought they were regular sized coffee cups, and I had like 4 of them or something, and or maybe it was 3. I don't know. So I gave 2 of them to Jeff. I know I still have 1 myself.
I use them all the time.
Gave 2 to Jeff and Ginger, I should say. I don't remember. I think it was for holidays or something. I don't remember what excuse I had.
Christmas.
Christmas, there it was.
Yeah.
I even admitted to what it was. I said, look, I ordered these. I thought they're regular coffee cups. I don't want these. They're too big. So here, you have them.
Those are perfect. They hold 1 case of soda pop plus ice.
It's really good. What I use mine for is making soup. Because you can put a whole can of soup in there. Put like a little saran wrap over it, stick it in the microwave, and you have soup.
Yeah.
I mean, it's it's really thick. It's heavy, but it's good for that kind of thing. Absolutely.
Well, DJ, how'd your trip go out there in the desert wastelands?
It went very well.
Good.
We did some model rockets, some e-motors.
Oh, cool.
Neat.
Yeah, I think almost 2,000 feet up, and but the retrieve one was about 2 miles.
Ooh, jeez.
Yeah, when the parachute came out, the we didn't have it was it was the day after the big wind event, so we didn't have very much wind, but just that little bit of breeze caught those things and took them pretty far.
I'll bet.
It's pretty
I
neat.
remember me and my buddy, we built one. It was 3 Cs, triple stage, and it was gone. It shot up, and it was so far away by the time the parachute popped out. My buddy had binoculars on it, and he was watching it, and then I go, "Where's it at? I can't see it." And he took the glass down and said, "It's right over." And it was over. It was gone.
Better have your compass ready.
Yeah, well, it didn't go straight up. It kind of arced off to the south, and it just kept going.
We did one right at dark, so it was dark, and it's a glow in the dark. It glows in the dark, but I put an LED on the inside.
Oh, smart.
And, of course, when it went up, the LED didn't. When the parachute came out, you couldn't see the LED. You couldn't see it.
Yeah.
So we knew what general direction it was in. And I got in the rail and a couple times going to look for it, and we kept going, well, we'll find it in the morning. Finally, I just loaded up a couple of kids, and I said, come on, let's go find it. Flashlights and everything. And man, about 2 miles later, I got a little bit off the trail, and I said, okay, it's going to be over here, I think. And there it was.
All right.
I don't know how, with it being so dark, I don't know. I shouldn't have found it. So.
Was it blinking when you found it? No.
No, that's the thing. It was supposed to, I had the LED, and I think when the parachute popped off, it shut it off.
Oh.
Like,
misdesigned.
Yeah, when you need it the most, it shuts off.
You should make sure turn the switch around so next time it turns it on.
Yeah, I think the pressure from the ejection is what turned the switch off.
Okay, guys, I think it's that time.
Oh, it is that time. I'll mute you guys.
QST. This is Mike, WA6UIJ in Banning, and I will be serving at the net control station this evening for the San Gorgonio Pass Amateur Radio Club 440 net. And it's a fairly informal net. We've already had one set of check-ins on 2 meters, and now we'll do 440. And I'm going to do the roll call based upon who checked in on 2 meters earlier this evening. So let's go ahead and begin with Joe, N6. Oh, and by the way, if anybody hears a station checking in, I don't acknowledge them, then please say relay, and we'll pick up that station. So let's start with Joe, N6, AGB, out there in Yucaipa. Negative. Have an early for Mike, KK6BUW, and let's go to Jeff, KB6CA.
This is Jeff, Kilo Bravo 6 Charlie. Thanks, Mike, for doing the 440.
Okay, Jeff, thank you. You've got a mighty fine signal just down the street. Okay, Gene, K6 EMF. Negative. Ken, N6 HR. Do you hear me? Negative. Steve, NJ6 LN.
Ooh.
Negative. And let's see here. Moving on to Dwight, KD6 MLS.
Dwight.
Okay, Dwight, thank you. Good signal. And let's see, Sam got an early for 2 meters. Let me see if he's there now. KI6 NME, you around, Sam? Negative. Pete, KJ6 NRR. Negative. John, KF6 POG.
Yes, sir. I'm right here, also on Zoom. KF6 POG, no traffic.
Okay, John, thank you. You have these big gaps between people answering. You begin to wonder, is my radio working okay? So, okay, let's see here. Randy, K6 RJA.
Well, here I be, Mike. And this is Randy. RJA, back to net control.
Okay, Randy, thank you. Mighty fine copy.
Weird.
Michael, KM6 RRS.
This is Michael, KM6 RRS. We hear you loud and clear. Thanks for doing the net.
Okay, Michael, you've got a booming signal around the corner here, so thank you. Ron, KG6 SOI.
Hey, good evening, Mike and the net. Ron here, KG6SOI with no traffic.
Okay, Ron, good signal into southern part of Sun Lakes here. I'll check myself in. This is Mike, WA6UIJ. And let's go to DJ, KJ6UUS.
This is DJ, KJ6UUS with no traffic.
Thank you, DJ. Good signal. Appreciate the check-in there. Ed, KM6UWI.
Good evening, Mike, and the rest of the group. KM6UWI Ed in Calamasa. Back to net control.
Okay, Ed, you got a great signal into Mahum QTH here. Thank you. Flip, K6WM. Negative. Dave, KD6ZJZ.
Good evening, Mike and the group. This is Dave, KD6ZJZ. No traffic.
All right. Thank you very much, Dave, for the check-in. Do we have any other club members late or missed that would like to check in at this time? If so, come with your call.
KJ6 NRR.
Pete, there you are. Okay, thanks for checking in here, Pete. Good copy. Do we have any other club members late or missed?
7080. So I reset my radio for that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pete. I think I doubled with you. You want to repeat that?
It's Pete's fault.
I think the problem tonight is that Flip mentioned the UHF frequency was going to be 4470.
He read the script. We got to fix that, I guess. I didn't even think about that. Oh, that's easy. I'll fix that.
Affirmative. Yeah, I wrote that down as well. 446.520, right?
Well, yeah, that's what we're on. But when Flip closed out the VHF, he said he'd meet us on 447080.
Comment.
Go comment.
Yeah, you know what? That's a problem. I'm going to go ahead and fix the script. So that's probably what's on the script. KD6ZJZ.
Okay, Dave. Thank you. All right. Do we have any other stations? Club members, please. WAXUIJ for ID.
NJ6LN. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, Steve, gotcha. Okay, doing well. Thank you very much for the check-in. Okay, let's go to visitors. We have an NF6 Charlie. I think was not sure where he was. No, negative. Okay, another visitor was W6JET Ron. Negative. Okay, let's go with Mario, W6OH, Hammett. Negative copy. Ed, KI6ADQ. Negative comment. Do we have any relays?
Comment?
Okay, well, that sounds like that's it for this evening. There may be some folks that are perhaps on that other frequency that Flip put out there. So,
Except it doesn't work.
Anyway, if we didn't pick them up, we'll maybe get them next week. So, okay, this is WA6UIJ. Do we have any further traffic at this time? Negative. All right. Well, we'll close it down then. Thank you all for checking in. And we do have the 220 net coming up in about 8 minutes. So this is WA6UIJ, Mike, in Banning, and we'll say 73s, and thank you all for checking in this evening here on the 440 net for the San Gorgonio Pass Amateur Radio Club. WA6UIJ is clear.
Fix that. Okay, let's see, and I gotta fix sound. Alright, I got Zoom back up.
Hey, Dave, give me an early for 3945. I went outside. I was going to change the antenna to the 3945. The wind is blowing 100 miles an hour, freezing cold.
Yeah, forget about it.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
Hell with that.
Just don't do it. Oh, there's somebody transmitting. Somewhere. Okay. No problem, Jeff. Trying to remember who it is doing HF.
Oh, that's Mike, UIJ.
UIJ, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You know, when I was out there in the desert, I heard everybody, but you guys couldn't hear me. I did all that setup, and
oh yeah,
kind of bummed me out.
You heard everybody, huh?
I heard everybody.
Wow.
You know, Randy was the strongest, though. I could really hear Randy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was hoping Randy would be able to hear me being that strong, but.
And that was on HF?
HF, yeah.
Huh.
You know what? Sam was pretty strong, too. He was probably running his linear.
Yeah, he does all the time. Randy, you're talking, but I think you're muted.
I am muted.
There you go.
And yes, I was trying, DJ, but I could not hear you.
I tried too. I opened my squats all up. I could hear nothing.
And but I did wax my antenna for that too.
I would have had a good shot at you if I had been on, but
I think you were on last week, weren't you?
I heard Jeff. Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah, okay.
You did have your antenna tuned up last week.
Yeah, you were on there last week, Jeff.
Yeah.
If Randy couldn't hear him, nobody could hear him. Randy, you got elevation. You must have elevation on everybody. A little bit, anyway.
Well, I'm kind of in the middle of the hole.
Yeah.
What's your elevation, Randy?
Do you know?
What's that?
Do you know?
You know, I really didn't pay it that much attention. It's got to be around 26.
Yeah.
I would think that you guys might be even. Well, let's see.
I think we're about
I
this-
might be a little higher than you guys. Yeah.
I'm 24.
Yeah, I think it's pretty close to the same thing. I
Yeah,
think
it can't be too
Mike
far off.
Mike is probably close to 26.
Yeah.
He's a lot higher than I am, I think. I don't know why. He's no close to Jeff. It's kind of hard to believe, but I guess it's up a hill.
Yeah, because it kind of goes downhill to. Well, it keeps. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
One of these days, I'll have to check the GPS, see what the actual elevation is here.
I'm looking at my GPS right now, and it says 2550.
Oh.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Like I said, I think I'm somewhere around 26, but give or take a few, rocks.
I'm surprised Earl and Edie weren't on tonight.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. They're
Yeah.
generally always there.
Yeah. Ooh, what was that?
Hello, Ron. This is KF6POG. What's up?
Yeah, I was just curious if you've been watching any of the hearings they've been having lately.
No.
I kind of think that, just a minute, let me mute this computer. There it goes. No, I kind of think that,
I know my Roman numerals. It's one of those things that stuck from grammar school.
That's awesome. Great job. Okay, here we go. Fill in the blank from the popular song Tiny Dancer by Elton John. I'm not going to sing it. I'm just going to say it. Pretty-eyed, pirate smile, you'll marry a blank man.
Handsome.
everything reversed, it's not going to be. So you just gotta.
The answer is Music Man. I'm not
Wow.
sure.
I'm going to go ahead and.
But
yeah.
I'll go ahead and mute him. I'm sorry.
That's a good idea.
Group won
I,
Record of the Year
Here, JET
Grammy
in there.
in 2004.
I actually switched one of my radios over to the Trivia Net.
Yeah, is that on Keller or is that on Crestline?
No, it's on the Keras system, something like that. 145 220, the one on Santiago Peak. And I don't think it's open. I think it might be closed or something. 145 220. Oh, it's been around forever. It's one of those you normally pay for. It's got an auto patch and everything. At least it used to. I don't know what. But I think they let anybody talk on there. But they don't publicize the tone necessarily. Anyway.
Yeah, I was surprised to hear JET tonight.
JET. Yeah, okay. That's the guy that checked in.
Yeah, visitor. He's out in
Visitor.
Temple City.
Yeah, Temple
Good
City.
shot.
Yeah, Temple City. That's like Pasadena, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talk to him on HF pretty often.
So he was coming through to the repeater from basically there. That's pretty good. They've got some elevation up there. That's why.
Yeah, it's kind of. I guess it's probably a straight shot if you
Yeah.
were to aim.
Yeah.
But I talked to him on Sunset too.
Okay.
One of Gary's repeaters there.
Okay.
Well, it's at that time, guys.
Interesting. Okay, we'll let you. I'm gonna mute you guys. All right.
QST. Good evening, members of SPARC. This is the very informal 220 net. And I'm Randy, K6RJA, your obedient net control operator. Being this is very informal, we are going to just jump on in and get her done. So let me get situated and we'll get this thing going. Prepared. Okay, here we Are you out there, Joe?
Good evening, Randy. Joe N6AGBU Kaipa.
Nice and strong.
Joe, a little bit of scratch, but I got a copy on you. Thanks for checking in. Mike, you promised you're going to be back. KK6BUW.
Like a bad penny, here I am. This is Mike, KK6BUW. No traffic. Back to you, Randy.
Alrighty, Mike. Thanks for the check-in. Great signal, by the way. Jeff, are you going to be cross-banding on me? I'm waiting.
I'm not going to listen to Jeff. I don't want to change radios.
Yahoo! Thank you, Jeff, and I forgot your call sign, KB6CA, so I'll do it now. That way I don't get in trouble. Gene ain't going to be with us. He's calling the net, the trivia net that's going on right now on 145.22. Okay, that's out of the way. Edie, I'm going to give you one last chance here. KM6EMT, are you with us tonight? No, Edie. We didn't call George, Joe, Ken don't do 220, Steve NJ6LN. Are you out there?
That I am, Randy, and good evening to you on this somewhat evening with these gentle zephyrs blowing.
Well, it's going to be a beautiful evening as long as the wind don't start blowing there, Steve. Okay, Larry has an early. Dwight, a KD6MLS.
This is KD6MLS. No traffic. Back to you.
Dwight, thanks for the check-in. Sam has an early. That's Scoundrel. Pete don't do 220. Dave hasn't been around all night. But here's
Give him a try.
The young fella, KF6POG. John is with us.
Couldn't find my mic for a minute. This is KF6POG, and thanks for calling me, sir. Back to you.
I missed it for the world, sir. Wouldn't have missed it. Okay, Randy, I'm checking you in. That's K6RJA, which is me. And Michael, KM6RRS.
This is Michael, KM6RRS on 220. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Hopefully you can. Thanks for doing that.
And a good copy on you, Mike, and a little bit of scratch, but good copy. Anyhow, let's go on to our old buddy Ron, KG6SOI. You might not do 220. Earl, one last time here, KM6SPY. Hey, gummit, I'm been skunked. Alrighty, Mike, WA6UIJ, it's your turn.
Hey, Randy. Thank you so much for doing the net this evening. This is Mike, WA6UIJ, and back to net control.
Alrighty, Mike, and is it a Roger, you're doing the HF?
Roger, Roger.
Okay, thank you, sir. DJ, KJ6UUS.
This is DJ, KJ6UUS. I have no traffic.
Thank you, DJ. A fantastic signal, by the way. Hope you smoke. All right, Ed, KM6UWI.
Good evening, Randy, and the rest of the group. KM6UWI, Ed in Calamasa. Back to net control.
Thank you, Ed. Can we still call you Councilman?
Funny thing, so I believe Larry Smith is resigning tomorrow. So I imagine I will get appointed on Monday night's council meeting. We'll see. I don't want to count my chickens before the eggs hatch, but most likely I will. Back to the net, KM6UWI.
Wow, local politics is crazy.
Alrighty, by golly, Ed, I'll be praying for you. How's that?
Pray.
Okay, let's see. Flip refuses to do 220. And we're going all the way down to Dave, KD6JZ, our fearless leader.
Always at the bottom. That's me, Dave, KD6ZJZ. And thank you so much, Randy, and all you guys for doing the nets. And Mike, and for doing the net coming up. And 7-3, and I will talk to you on HF, KD6ZJZ.
Sounds good. And you out there, Warren? Well, hearing none, let's go on down to our, well, is there any later missed members like to check in? Come on now. Hearing crickets, let's jump on over to our visitors like Mario, W6OH.
Here I am. Good evening, Randy, and here Mario, W6OH, and Windy Hemet.
Oh, Windy Hemet. There's nothing like Blowmont, I'll tell you that. Anyhow, okay, thanks for the check-in, Mario. You got a great signal coming in. I mean, crystal clear tonight. Wow. Okay, Ed, KI6ADQ, are you with us? Alrighty. Part of that over-the-hill gang, and but put some rocks in your pocket, and maybe you can stay there. Let's see, is there any other visitors that'd like to check in? Come on now. Hearing none, I'm going to close this here net down at 3:22 UCT time, and this is Randy, your OBA control operator, saying thanks to all who checked in, and stay safe out there, guys. K6RJA 73s.
Yeah. 220, man, I'll tell you, what a great band. I heard everybody. Everyone. Oh, I know I turned you guys up. I'm still not hearing anybody. Everybody's muted. Randy's muted.
We're just not saying anything.
Yeah, DJ's not saying anything. I'm going to unmute John since I muted him earlier. I guess, okay. We're good then. Well, you can be quiet, DJ. It's fine. Whatever.
I'm going through my emails. I had about 1,000, so I'm deleting.
Jeez.
Yeah.
DJ, your 220 signal was great.
Okay, I'm back.
Thank you. Thank you, John.
He's got a great signal everywhere.
I had to get the HF going here, or I'd forget about that too.
I'll tell you something. I don't know why, DJ, but your 440 signal was stronger to me than either of the other Sun Lake stations. In fact, all three of the other Sun Lake stations.
I think it's because the hill, like
yeah,
straight across.
So because like even Jeff and Mike and the other guy RS, they're all three had like coming in and out, and it's probably because I'm facing a different direction because it's in the back of my house and the house is blocking those guys. It's kind of a 440 is so directional or so, susceptible to blockage. I think that's what it is. It's kind of a straight shot to DJ's house. Whoa. Who was that?
Boring bulb.
The answer is the Iron Bowl.
They're still doing the trivia net.
Name the
Alrighty.
And you're right at the noise level, but your audio this time is making you very clear.
Okay, yeah, I have a
Dave, you're going to get a hold of
noise level. Okay, I was just curious.
Gene and ask him about that trivia net.
Okay, what is your noise level there?
Gene,
no, I know where it is. I already tuned it in though.
Oh boy.
I listened.
For the Christmas party.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't talked to him. I wasn't going to talk to Gene. I was going to talk to. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but I got to talk to Steve. More about SPARC trivia. But actually, I was thinking I might record some of that trivia net, just so I could. Just so I have an idea how they do it.
So you're certainly overriding the noise level. Michael, what is your noise level
besides,
down
you have
there,
some questions and
around
answers,
the corner from
Yeah, I mean, and I pretty much know how they do it, but
I seen websites where they'll give you the trivia questions and answers, and some of it's really hard and some of it's really easy. Yeah, so it kind of bounces back and forth.
Yeah.
What is your noise
But,
level?
you know, everyone's gonna be probably typing stuff into Google to figure out, and then you'll get a real softball question. You know,
Yeah.
really easy that everyone's gonna try to answer at the same time.
Noise level.
Yep.
Well, guys,
I had to
the
tune
other
everybody
day-
down.
The other day, I had to drill a 2 1/4 inch hole, and I didn't have a hole saw, nor did I feel like going one. So I drug out of the
Whoa.
piston paft,
Look at that thing.
and by golly, it worked like a champ.
That is a hole saw. Just an old-fashioned hole saw.
Yeah, it just took manpower, not, you know.
I think they've been designed a little bit better since then. Definitely.
Well, you know,
That's
it,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
crazy
I would agree.
thing.
Take a lot less effort. I was sweating at the end of it, but you know, this thing is infinitely adjustable.
Is that for specifically for wood, or it looks kind of like it's?
You can see where there's a scale on it.
Oh yeah, look
You
at that.
can dial out whatever size you want.
Oh, I
and
see.
There's
Okay,
actually
yeah.
there's actually 2 bits, so you can get smaller, and this is the larger one.
Okay, I got you.
It worked pretty darn slick.
Neat.
I was sitting there scratching my head, and I didn't want to have to run down to Home Depot and buy a 2 1/2 or 2 1/4 inch hole saw. So, ta-da! Thank you, Dad. It was.
The old tools are some of the best tools, although, like you said, obviously took a lot of effort to make that thing work. It's like a speed wrench.
That is a very quality piece of equipment too. Actually made in USA.
That's what auto mechanics call speed wrench, where they have the little thing.
Oh yes.
It's like a speed wrench.
Now they don't even mess with those because
No.
you got impact drivers.
Yeah, you get impact. Unless you want to do it by hand, just to be on the safe side.
Absolutely.
Transmission people. They don't like impact. They do for taking them off, but not for putting them on. Maybe when they torque it down.
One of my favorite tools used to be the T handle.
Yeah.
Because you could break it and then just spin it out, and it worked out really well.
That's true. Try not to break it.
Try not to break it.
It's like breaking a header bolt off or something.
Yes.
And it's like,
or an exhaust manifold bolt.
you get to learn
Those
what
are
a
always the most fun.
you get to learn what an easy out is and how it really just does not work that easily.
Yeah, there's nothing easy about an easy out.
It's just not that easy.
Yeah.
I tried
Really, you end up breaking. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
tuning up on the Buckmaster, Dave.
Yeah.
And no way. I'm high SWR.
You won't even tune up, huh?
No.
That other antenna might be affecting the Buckmaster. You might be best trying to retune that a little bit. It's probably just, because it's like a parasitic thing sitting there next to it. Yes, the 2 antennas are like right on top of each other. One's vertical and one's horizontal, so maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know.
Hey, you know what? I just realized I don't have to grade this one. I'm done.
Hey, Jeff, are you keeping track of the check-ins?
Yeah.
Because normally Sam does that for the
Well,
record, I think.
I do it every.
You do it too. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm the one that puts out the sheet.
Right. So you want to make sure everybody's
He's the guy
checking
in.
Yeah.
Good.
I was having it pretty easy for a while here. It was October 24, and then Warren popped up tonight.
Yeah. Dang him.
Yeah, he's been out for weeks. Then all of a sudden, boom, here he is. So I put him back on.
Good.
Yeah, I'm running a 910 sheet.
Are you really?
Yeah. Well, I filled it up though, so I got to go print out a new one.
Oh,
I'll wait till next week though, because Warren will get put on.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna get off here for the night.
Oh, okay, no problem, DJ.
This is next check-in. Sorry, guys.
No problem. Take care. Have fun.
Well, we'll get you in early. How's that?
As the
It's-
control operator this evening for the San Gorgonio Pass amateur
There we go. I got to turn it up.
Let's see, this is a directed net, and any stations with emergency traffic may break in at any time. This is an amateur radio informational net for the San Gorgonio Pass cities and towns of Banning, Beaumont, and the surrounding communities. For information on the times and frequencies of our weekly nets, please go to W6PRC. Are welcome and encouraged to check into the net after the regular roll call.
Sorry, I had to tune up.
Let's see. Do we have any announcements? I don't recall that there were any, but my memory doesn't always serve me well. So if there's anybody with announcements, please come with your call sign.
KD6ZJZ.
Okay, KD6ZJZ, WA6UIJ. Go ahead, Dave.
It's really traffic, not an announcement, but please give Jeff, KB6EA, a check-in because his antenna, it's too cold and windy out there for him to fix it. KD6ZJZ.
Okay, copy. Alrighty, well, we'll get him checked in there. I heard him tuning up, but unfortunately he's having a problem with it. Okay, let's see. Are there any other stations with announcements?
A6RJA.
Okay, Randy, I got you there. Go ahead.
DJ requested an early as
I
well.
missed that too.
Okay, DJ has an early. Let me mark that down. Okay, thank you. Any other announcements or traffic? Okay, not hearing any. Stand by, and I'll do the roll call here for 75 meters. Let's start off with Joe, N6AGB. Negative copy. Mike, KK6BUW. Negative. Okay, we'll give Jeff an early here. Antenna problems there. And let's see, moving down, let's see, Ken, N6HR. Negative copy. Steve, NJ6LN.
Steve, NJ6LN.
It's breaking up.
Okay, I think I copied Steve in there. Do I have a confirmation that he tried to check in?
Roger.
Yeah, he was breaking up a little bit.
Okay, thank you very much. He was just below the noise level for me. Okay, let's see. Moving down, let's see. I guess we have an early on Sam. Pete, KJ6NRR.
Hello, Mike. This is Pete, KJ6NRR, checking in. No traffic, back to you.
Okay, Pete, thank you. Gotcha. John, KF6POG. How do you copy, John?
Well, I copy you about a 20 over, and this is KF6POG, and I have no further traffic, and I've heard everybody good so far, even Steve. Back to net control.
Okay, very good. Yeah, Steve was pretty light there for me, but anyway, got him. Okay, Randy, K6RJA.
This is Randy, K6RJA. Thanks for doing the net, Mike, and no further traffic. K6RJA.
Okay, Randy, thank you. You've always got a good signal there, that's for sure. Michael, KM6RRS.
This is Michael, KM6RRS. Check it in.
Okay, Michael, I've got you 30 over, 30 dB over, so good signal. Ron, KG6SOI.
Hey, good evening, Mike and Nanette. This is Ron, KG6SOI, and I have you at 10 over, Mike.
Okay, Ron, you came up signal strength on that one. Yeah, you were up about 10 over, so it was working. Okay, thank you. And I will go ahead and check myself in. Let's see here. And we've got an early for DJ. And let's go to Ed, KM6UWI. You out there, Ed? Okay, Ed. KM6UWI. Ed, you're very light here, but I did hear you trying to check in, so thank you very much. We did copy you there.
I heard him pretty good here.
Let's go to Dave, KD6ZJZ.
Hello, Mike. You're about 30 over as usual here, so great signal. KD6ZJZ, no traffic.
Okay, Dave. Yeah, we got a very excellent copy on you, for sure. Okay, are there any late or missed members that would like to check in? Members, please. This is WA6UIJ. Okay, no copy there. Visitors, let's go to Mario, W6OH in Hemet. Do you copy, Mario? Negative copy. Ed, KI6ADQ.
Distortion.
Hey, Randy, K6RJA, could you give the guys in Hemet a call? I did not hear either one.
Randy, I'm not hearing you.
K6RJA, WA6UIJ.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had my box off, Mike. I'll be happy to give him a call out.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, Mario, this is K6RJA. I'm calling Mario W6OH. Are you with us? No contact. Ed, KI6ADQ, are you with us? Negative contact. Are there any other visitors that like to check in at this time? Negative contact, Mike. Back to net control. Thank you.
Okay, Randy. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Between the both of us, we should get them all. So, okay. Let's see. Does anybody have any further traffic for the net at this time? WA6UIJ standing by. Okay, the San Gorgonio Pass Amateur Radio Club meets at 7 p.m. on the fourth Thursday of each month at the Beaumont City Hall, room 2, usually, but it's been, since COVID conditions, we have not been meeting here. We've been meeting by Zoom. All members are urged to check in each week for an update of club activities. Please check your emails and visit our website at w6prc.org. That's Whiskey 6 Papa Radio Charlie.org. I want to thank all of you who checked in this evening. This is Mike, WA6UIJ, and for all of you CW operators or those who just want to listen to some dots and dashes out there, go to SPARC 2 and stand by, and you'll hear us on SPARC 2. Our frequency will be, for CW, will be 14.020, 14.020 on 20 meters. The net is now closed at 19:38 hours. Thank you all for checking in, 73s, and have a good rest of the week. This is WA6UIJ, and I'll be going to 20 meters.
We had to get people into the habit of saying the frequency. Instead of saying SPARC 2, we should say 146.8. My humble opinion. Otherwise, it's technically against the rules, you know. I see Jeff's the only other one that's unmuted. He's already on CW.
Okay, I am unmuted.
All right. John's still muted, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and call it quits anyway.
Yeah, I will say my goodbyes, and everybody stay safe out there.
Yeah, 7-3, guys. Take care. See you all later. The first thing we're going to do is kill the Zoom meeting, if I can figure it out. Goodbye, Jeff.
Hey, guys.
Bye. Oops. End. All right. So for YouTubers out there, sorry I was unable to record last week, but I had computer problems. So I'm going to try to do this every week, and Since I got everything working this time, I went ahead and did it. And 7-3, thanks for everybody's attendance, or anybody that watched the stream or the recording for that matter. We appreciate it. 7-3 all. KD6 ZJZ clear.